Trey Tompkins has really gotten off to a good start the second half. He played well in the first half, so he's doing just what Georgia expects him to do.
Well, Barnes has reached double figures for the day. That was his 10th point.
Hey, he's playing so well. Barnes has really matured. Coach Fox really sings his praises every time he talks about this kid. He's going to pay dividends for the Dogs down the stretch.
Three-pointer for Arkansas State. Yeah, Fox says that Barnes has been the ideal senior. He's getting the rebounds, he's doing screens, he's doing all the dirty work, doesn't necessarily get the payoff with the stats, although he has gotten the stats. He's gotten some numbers today. Is he going to go to the line to 10-point total?
Well, he has a season high today of 10 points, and, you know, look for him to just continue to get better, because Trey Tompkins is going to command a lot of double teams, a lot of attention from every team that he plays against. So Barnes just needs to continue to stay solid and to do all the dirty work for the Dogs, and he will continue to pay big dividends for them.
Barnes, a solid 6'8", 240 senior out of College Park, Georgia, Riverdale High School. He's at 11 points today, averages less than 4 a game, so he's having a nice contest. Has not been a good free throw shooter. Less than 48% at the line so far this season.
Well, last year Georgia didn't have enough guys that could score. Now they have Tompkins, they have Price, Robinson. You can add Ware in there, and if you add Barnes, they're going to be really tough to beat.
And Robinson has not had a big scoring day, and it hasn't mattered for the Bulldogs. They bounce inside to Adams, and he gets fouled. Well, the game plan for Adams was just to make his day as difficult as possible. We've got Georgia is thinking we've got big bodies, so let's foul him and just make life difficult for him. Don't let him get a clean look at the basket.
And they've done a good job at crowding him every time he got the ball. They're making him feel like he's in a box. And other guys really hadn't stepped up and knocked down the open jump shot for him today. So it's really tough. You know, you have to give credit to Adams. He's playing against some tough competition with Trey Tompkins being a preseason All-American, you know, preseason SEC Player of the Year. And Barnes is a brute. He does all the dirty work like you said earlier.
And Adams is a good free throw shooter. He has not been that today. He's 5 of 10 at the line, typically over 70%. Alley-oop! Thornton couldn't complete it. Couldn't finish the play, ends up with the ball anyway. And now Adams has it. And Arkansas State ends up with the ball at the bottom of the pile. Jump ball was called, so the possession they were pointing in favor of the Red Wolves gives Arkansas State the ball. We talked about the preseason predictions for the Georgia Bulldogs. Well, Arkansas State is picked to finish second in the Sun Belt Conference Western Division, right behind North Texas, the team they beat twice last year. John Brady really feels good about that prediction. He said when we first got here, coming off a 10-20 season the year before he got there, they were not in the conversation. He says now they're in the conversation when teams or people talk about the top 4 teams in the conference.
Well, Coach Brady is just one good player away. He needs another player to go with what he has, and he can compete year in and year out for a Sun Belt title.
Barnes with another block for the Bulldogs. 7 SWAT for Georgia today. Bulldogs playing some strong defense and leading by 7. Lead for Georgia with just under 8 minutes to play. And Lateral Green, time now for our Bass Pro Shops shot of the game, and the honors go to Chris Barnes.
Well, great sequence here. Great high-low action from Tompkins to Barnes. This comes with unselfish play and a lot of practice.
In the net, presented by Bass Pro Shops. Chris Barnes stuffed it in the net. 12 points today. That leaves him a bucket shy of matching his career high.
And I'm pretty sure if he stays in this game, he's going to get his career high. He's very active right now.
Here's a look at your stat track as it rolls by you, as we are now approaching 7 minutes to play in this game. Robinson ended up on the deck. Tompkins knocks down the mid-range jumper. And that's one of the things that Trey Tompkins does so well, the lost art of the mid-range jumper.
He is. He really has it. He's the most talented guy in the gym, and every time he goes to the gym this year, he'll probably be the most talented guy. He has that mid-range game perfected.
Timeout call by John.
It's like they're playing a championship game. I would hate to be a player playing for Bruce Pearl. Practice can't be fun. Losing 2 in 1 week, very uncharacteristic of a team like coached by Bruce Pearl, you know. But you don't have to worry about Kentucky, Florida, and Tennessee. They're going to be there when March comes around. They're going to be making a lot of noise.
And we'll see the Vols here on the network the week after Christmas when they play host to UT Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boone, and that is the first three-pointer that he has hit, and it comes on his 9th attempt.
And it's the sign of a shooter. You know, he's been bricking it all game long, but he knows that he can stroke the shot. He's a very good shooter. You just have to stay with it. Some nights it feels like there's a lid on the basket, but you can't lose confidence if you're a scorer.
Sun Belt Conference, second team in the preseason. He made the Sun Belt Conference preseason team a year ago before, of course, having a season end in the first game with a knee injury. Sterenberg in the corner. Ball fumbled out of bounds. It'll belong to George. Connor Nolte will check in for the Bulldogs, as does Jeremy Price. Nolte, number 20, played a lot early in the season when Trey Tompkins was out with his high ankle sprain, but then he had a collision with Travis Leslie in the St. Louis game, broke his nose. 9 days later, had surgery, and you'll see he's wearing that protective mask on his face right now.
He's a valuable contributor. You know, it's hard playing with a broken nose. I've had that before as well. You know, it's not easy, it's not fun, but you have to give credit to him. He's out there giving all that he has, and he's going to do some good things for Georgia this year. Very capable backup.
Out of the Atlanta area, played at Milton High School, one of the top basketball programs in the state, and then started his career at Furman as Robinson missed the layup. Outlet Allison to Sterenberg. Sterenberg got the layup. Hey, nice scoop shot.
I love that kid. I mean, he's relentless. I mean, he's playing like, you know, the game is, they're down by one. You know, he's a very, very hard worker. He's going to do very well for Arkansas State. This guy, you know, I just love his energy.
Minutes are going to open up for him with the suspension of Daniel Bryant. Thornton misses. And Allison, who scored 12 in the first half, has yet to score here in the second. Approaching 5 minutes to play. Boone, another three-point attempt, and there you go. There's that scorer's mentality. You just keep firing until you hit it, and they've cut it down to 11.
That's 2 in a row. He's not going to stop. He has made a lot of those baskets, so look for Boone.
By Donald Boone in the layup by Sterenberger. But they have no timeouts remaining. They've used all of them up. Price back to the basket, working against Adams. Gets inside Adams. Nice move.
Very strong play by Price. I mean, just a textbook post up. He got big. You know, he used the dribble, took up space, and dropped him off for a 2-point basket.
Peterson the miss. Leslie the rebound. Leslie just plays a lot bigger than his 6'4", and he's bulked up in the weight room. He looks bigger than 6'4", doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does, and he definitely plays bigger than 6'4". If he gets that defensive mentality and he can start knocking down a jump shot consistently, he has a chance to play on the next level.
Ware misses the jumper, and Nolte tried to save it in the corner and could not.
After Price made a strong move like he made earlier, I would have gone right back to him. He has a size advantage. Price can really score in the paint down there.
Well, Georgia was at their best offensively when they did what you said in the keys to the game, and that was play inside out.
Well, I mean, it just creates easy offense, you know, and it really makes the opposing team have to make a decision. Are you going to double, or are you going to just let them play one-on-one? And if you letting Georgia's big guys, Price and Tompkins, play one-on-one, you're going to lose every time.
Adams fumbled the ball out of bounds, and after a brief moment of confusion among the officials, they get it going the right way, and it's Georgia's ball. 13th turnover on the Red Wolves. Gerald Robinson penetrating, trying to dish out, and Sterenberger got fouled by Nolte.
Gerald Robinson's, he's struggled today, but, you know, look for him.